All right, welcome guys. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a tour of the tool shed and how this actually works. I have a lot of people ask me how this setup works with all the changing cameras and the prop and all that stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and just make you guys a walkthrough so you can see exactly what goes into making this live possible. So we'll start with, let's start with the cameras real quick, right? So all of the cameras in the tool shed are actually old retired cell phones. The number that you see on the top, that 45, is the last two numbers of the IP address. So that's called the tool shed. This is called Tool Cam 2. That's the main camera. And then this is upshot. This is, you know, when you see the upshot. And then this is the pedal camera right here. So then, you know, I have one of these little stream pads here right next to me. And then this is what I use to change the views, right? So if I want to see upshot, just pointing here at this, I press that, and then there you are. You see the upshot. If I want to see the tool cam, that's the tool cam. If I want to see the tool shed, that's the tool shed. So then what I have here is I have a couple of monitors. This is my main monitor right here. And then this is the monitor. It's actually mirrored. It's the same thing. They're just mirrored off each other, but this one's bigger and it's in a position where I can see it. So from here, I have a second mouse here, and this mouse lets me control. Here I can see the chat, right? And I can hang out with you guys and talk and make jokes and do what we do here. This is the famous loud air conditioner I'm always complaining about. And then this is my pedal board. I just ended up putting this pedal here yesterday. I'm really excited about this. And this pedal board has, you know, the standard kind of like Adam Jones setup. These are pretty much everything Adam Jones uses with the exception of the synth. He does not use the synth. I use that for the Numa thing. You guys have seen me make videos about that. And then I have my tuner, and then I have this AB controller. This AB controller is connected to my Kemper. Here's my Kemper. And here I have what we lovingly call the menu. So for different songs, I have different Kemper profiles, you know, depending on what I want. So you can see I've made some corrections here. So what that means is, so when I say, let's say right now it says Anima 11.3 or Jimmy 11.3. If you look here at the front of the Kemper, you'll see it says H clean, which is the intro to H, and then here you see Stinkfist and Jimmy. So that would be 11, and then slot 3 is the sound I want for 3. So when I control this foot switch here, this switch right here, I can move these right and left, see? So that's what I'm doing throughout the song. So I got that. This is my mixer. This is where I bring the Kemper and the microphone. This microphone is live, and this is also the microphone I use for my talk box. These are my guitars, and this is the actual tool shed itself. The tool shed, the actual screen here is nothing more than a very old 55-inch TV that's turned on its side. That's what this is. It's just put in portrait. It's put in portrait. And then you got to change the aspect ratio in the PC to make that work. And then this is the heart and soul of everything that's going on in the show. You don't see this because it's off camera. But what I'm doing here when I say, okay, we're going to play a song is, let's say I'm going to play H, right? I'll press, these things are, you know, it's alphabetized. So I press that. And then I say, okay, well, I'm going to play H. So I press H. And then when I press H, it automatically starts the video, right? So that's the video that's going to show up on your phone. You know how the thing switches back and forth between the phone screens? And then there's actually a Python script that's written into this thing. And what it's doing is it automatically switches the camera. So you'll see I'm standing over here and now it's switching the camera, see? So that's the upshot. And then these things are choreographed to the songs. Now they used to be randomized, but now it's actually choreographed to switch during the songs. So, makes it a little bit more fun, right? So this screen never changes. That screen is constantly showing what that screen on the right is showing. And then this one is the only one that changes. And then this is the feed that's going out to TikTok. This is actually the TikTok feed that you guys are seeing when we're on the lives. This little puppy that I put here, last week, we had a little bit of a system crash because I was overloading the USB ports. And the CPU usage was in the 95 range, so it crashed the PC, and then I had to go old school here. So now I rerun it, and I have this watching. It's almost like watching a tachometer or a temp gauge on a car. It's just I need to watch this, make sure it doesn't hit the 60% range. If I'm there while I'm going through the show, we're going to be great. So I keep that up there just so I can keep tabs of what's going on. So yes, it's a little complicated. Oh, and then these are my Yeet buttons, and that's how I get all those funny little sounds. And then this is literally the tool shed. This is how it works. It's really not that complicated. So then I have this button here called panic. Let's say something goes wrong. I hit the wrong video. I don't want to watch it like this anymore. I hit panic, and what happens here is that the camera will default back to the main camera and then give me this little hold music in the background, which is what I got going there. And that's it, man. That is how the tool shed works. We have a lot of fun out here, man. We have a lot of fun out here. I really hope you come out here and join us here during our lives on Thursday nights. We do a lot of good things. We have a lot of laughs. And we raise money for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. You can't go wrong with that, man. You know what I mean? But most of all, we have a lot of laugh. We build a really cool community here. And I hope you guys come out and join us, man. It's actually tonight, Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern. We all get together here in the tool shed. We have a lot of fun. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope that this answered some questions that you might have had of how this thing works. I know it's a little bit more intricate with the whole, the programming and stuff, but I can't get into that here. It took me months to figure that out. So, thank God for YouTube University. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you here tonight, man, at the tool shed. See you later. Take care. Remember to be good to yourselves and be good to each other. Bye.